I forgot my Gmail password. So being a developer, I decided to build my own email service. A while back, I saw a video where someone built this kind of email system. You can check it out if you want. It looked fun to me, so I thought I can just build this. But I only have 3 days because I like to suffer.
Oh my god.
I'd like to see you suffer.
I already knew how Gmail works, so it seemed like an easy ride. Email uses POP, IMAP and SMTP, which uses TCP connection to share text. This guy used JSON but was still sending it over TCP. Last time I tried TCP, I had to go to therapy.
Because of that.
I decided to use HTTP. I did a deep dive into how email works and how we could replace it. I found a great Mastodon article that uses ActivityPub, which is essentially simple post requests. Now for the step 2. I made a list of everything I needed to build and started working on it one by one. The first step was creating a repository and setting up the things like backend and frontend. Since I had very little time, I decided to borrow a template. Thank you, Soham. The backend was my own, so it was very easy to set up. After connection and the basic authentication, I cleaned up the things that I didn't like or I didn't need it. On to the next step.
Step to the next step to the next.
I created 2 main endpoints. One to send the email to the recipient server, and other for client to interact with the server. To receive the endpoint, any server will get an email from other servers. It will store it in a highly secure way such that no one can read it. And when the client is active, client will just ask for the emails and server will give it to it, updating the metadata of it. When the client wants to send an email, the client calls the send API of the self server. So the email is stored in our server and is sent when needed. Now I think about it, we could actually call the receive of the recipient server. We don't even need to call send of the self server.
Anyways,
now it's time to make the front end.
Let's make something wonderful.
I spent rest of the day making the front end. It was easy. And here it is. After tireless work, after spending so much time, I was able to make mail 2 in just 3 days. Now you can send mail, receive mail, reply to the mails, add attachments. I have deployed it on a server, but it's kind of slow. So I won't be sharing any links nor the source code for the obvious reason. Bye.